Alright. Testing. Testing. Alright. Sound should be good. Or at least good enough. You should be able to hear the music, and you should be able to hear me. Apparently my mic has been having some weird issues, because my mic, like, apparently I'm not as loud as I usually am, or something. I don't know, probably good for me to be quieter, though. So, hopefully all positive things. Nonetheless, runs must continue until morale improves. 3, 2, 1, go. Whoop! Okay. So the timer did not start, so we're going to just return to main menu. It's not going to count because it's still considered starting a new legacy. See? Like if we select save slot, it's a new legacy. No deleting. Alright. Just forgot to unlock the timer because while I was setting stuff up, I didn't want to accidentally trigger the timer. Alright. Whew. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. So, there's also a different point. In addition to the world record being faster, there is a different point at which we end the run. And I'm going to try something that I used to do and then I stopped, which is retire the hero before we even enter the castle. The idea being that we could get a character with better stats and a better spell. I'm going to try it. We have the opportunity for it. I've never really practiced with this weapon. Might as well. I'm not buying the other one because I have no idea about it. Not having the shield is probably devastating though, but I mean we had a chance at a contrarian for our first life. And I don't have much experience with a pirate, but who cares? Pirate's cool, right? How's it going, Lambo Droid? So, we need to start doing runs again. And while I'm at it, I just found a contrarian. I'm like, why not? That was the incorrect one. Oh well. Yeah, the problem is I can't really shoot the cannon very easily because of my control scheme. So this might have just been a bad idea. I knew some people love the pirate, so I assumed that its damage output was way higher than it actually is. It's just that its damage output is supported by the fact that it can shoot. So it's like you have to do that, then shoot. Apparently cannons are the actual damage, because this is 26 and the cannon is 34. So, yeah. If you know how to use pirate, this is good. The problem is, guess who doesn't know how to use pirate? Guess who hasn't? Alright, well, either way, this run will be an experience, so I'm going to keep it for now. I'm just trying to wait for that to come back, because I just want that gold. Was not worth, I bet. Alright, go back. Thank you, meat. Alright, I don't have shield. Alright. I'm back. Alright. Yeah, it's faster to actually go this way. Not dead yet. Yeah, just not having, like, my control scheme just being so poorly built for, yeah, my control scheme is just so poorly built for ranged attacks that it just is not a good weapon for me. But we got some good equipment. Awesome. And we now have basically a teleporting attack. I'm not sure how well the Kotetsu is going to do. Really depends on how well I use it. Ooh. Nope. I'm trying. But yeah, new weapon, not really built. Well. Work on it. Beat 2 ball in a couple of tries. Gonna. Alright, just a sec. I need to focus and I'll read it later. Oh my gosh. I meant to use my talent and I just. Example of I need to focus. Beat 2 ball in a couple of tries. John came 4 tries. It was new game plus 12. Yep. You guys watching the two of us doing runs prepared you? Good to hear. Good to hear. Yep, just getting used to, like, a teleporting talent with the weird charge-up attack as is. It's all just getting used to all of it is the main issue. And also I don't have a good spell for damage. Ooh. Yep, just making some mistakes because it's a new weapon. There we go. Got the cool ninja kill. And now, so yeah, I put up the times I'm trying to get, like the time I have, the time I'm trying to get, and we're also going to be adding, like if anyone's wondering, we know that sub 1 hour is very much possible. It just involves a bit of luck. This I would say is an unlucky run, but the unluck is all my fault, basically, because I'm the one who... Reset. Alright. Oof. To be clear, it is actually a bad thing if the fastest run involves you gain a talent like this. That would be a actively bad thing. No, I want to... So the whole reason I did this is so I could do that. Try to save time, but I might have actually lost me time because I did it in a stupid way. Alright. Nonetheless. Also a thing that Mindful brought up that I thought was pretty cool. Because there's 250 health now, it's now reasonable to just, like, use apples for healing and not really have to worry about them. And I have Kotetsu, so I can actually do this. Come on. Made some bad mistakes. Here we are. Awesome. Alright. So this weapon sucks, but the Kotetsu has actually been pretty nice recently. Just a good way to just get that extra range. I could probably use it to just speed through certain things. It's just this weapon is not... Like, my control scheme does not support ranged weapons in the first place. But this is just, like, letting me know how bad it is. Yep, weapon swap would be fantastic. Can't even get... Oop. Just doing it safe. Oop. Ooh. Made a mistake. Oh. Actually, this could get me a chest. And bring me closer. Ah. Okay, never mind. We're just gonna suck at that because we haven't done it in so long. Meat. Kind of quick chest. Not too long of a delay. We're just taking that for healing because we do not need any more health because we now start with enough health, which was a nice realization to have. Alright. Wow. Yeah. Not sticking with this weapon more than it needs to be. Definitely one of those question mark rooms when I can find them. Alright. Another question mark room. I accept. I accept we have a catalyst, and this swapping back to the main weapon, or to the main spell, is better than... So, this spell has specifically become defensive, so I don't need defensive spells, or I have enough defenses. Ooh. Easy chest. Warden weapon. Alright, we have a damage output build in our future. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. We have enough gold for what we need to do. This damage is unfortunate, but we are not dead. Fight pirates with pirates. Just do that. Almost pressed the wrong button. That would have been catastrophic. Whew! Not having shield is quite the different experience. I think we got enough gold though, and that is one of the things that this build does, is it gives us the gold boost. So 5,000 is usually where we end on our first life anyways. Now I have it, and I didn't have to, like... To be clear, we're, like... The world record is at this point in 9 minutes. So, we are behind. But, like, when it comes to gold, we're not out of it. Because we have so much gold. Like, we are still in this race. Alright, up we go. Realized my mistake as we were going through it. That's okay. Flame barrier, compulsive gambling, I accept. Alright. We just need Architect. We have more than enough gold for it. How's it going, Ace-Law? We had a Contrarian for our first life, so we're kind of adapting to that. We're going to decline on the Mage right now. The reason we'd consider the Mage is because of its damage output, but its damage output is assuming we're actually, you know, get where we need to go. I'm not sure if I left enough for the... I did. Alright. I accept. Oop. One last level. Hey, Frosky! Thank you so much for following. I really appreciate it. How's it going, Gasmus? Ooh, so... Our last time we did speedruns... Yeah. We had the Mortal Kotetsu from the Samurai, and the weapon from the pirate. Turns out the weapon from the pirate isn't so good when you don't have much experience with the weapon because you don't play at levels where that shows up. Do you know if the astrologer weapon? I happen to know that it's horrible because you just don't have the damage output to justify it, and it's more of a defensive weapon where you trigger it and leave, and you need, you know, an offensive weapon where you can just keep applying damage. Like, that's why I use the duelist, actually, because the duelist has a weapon that you just keep puncturing. You just keep whop, 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 whop until they go down. Oh well. Found them all already. Yep. Alright. We need to go back and down. Thanks, Warg, for reminding me that I am mortal. As much as I like people to believe that I'm indestructible, I'm in fact human. For there's no greater purpose of a warg than that. Whew. Alright. My previous save, it seems like I can't even unlock the character. Yep, it is one of the most... The pirate and the astrologer are the last two classes, and therefore likely require the highest level of all the classes. It's also like, you know, I think one's in the top left corner, the other's at the bottom right corner, so it's like you're trying to find them at the different edges of the screen. But yeah, that damage right there. That's why I like Flame Barrier. That's why I like Flame Barrier. That's why I like this Warden weapon. That's why I like the equipment set I got. Oh. Oh, you don't see on your level 1000 save. What? Have you unlocked all the... Have you purchased everything? There might be just... Like, if you have the entire castle unlocked, the pirate should be unlocked by nature of it. Alright, so now we just need to find a lily. Just making sure we didn't find a lily yet already. You. I'm just doing this. Astro is high damage per button press? Are we thinking of the same class? Because the Astro just leaves a oh yeah, per button press. There, I get it. Yeah. Yeah, so the Astro, if the attack deals its full damage, it's a lot of damage. The thing is, you can't really do anything to support it while it's dealing that damage. It's a lot like the chef in that aspect. That you just kind of set it off and let it do its job, and you just leave. And for a speedrunner, I'd rather do the proactive strategy that deals more damage. Just need one lily. Thank you. Happy to see a Livestream for you, because I didn't watch until I have defeated the final boss. I had no problem with him. Glad to hear, Gatsmus. Glad to hear. My streaming schedule has been way out of whack, just so you know. So, like, last time I streamed was 2 hours earlier at, Wednesday, not Wednesday, but the Wednesday before. So, yeah, my streaming schedule is just out of whack right now. A little late for leather weapon. You know what? I'm gonna just fight Nama. I think I have enough health. I have Flame Bearer, I have damage outputs, and I can just grab Book now. Alright, to be clear, I can survive a hit from the nightmares, but not from Nama herself. And those are considered part of Nama herself. Well, that was my fault. That was my fault entirely. More compulsive gambling. Yep, more compulsive gambling. Well, this is what happens when you take risks. They don't always pay off. I do need to keep gaining levels, and we are running lower and lower on gold gain. So now that we're at full health, I know that this sounds completely backwards, but now that we're at full health, I'm going to leverage it to go explore the Stygian study. Yeah, compulsive gambler, doesn't matter how negative it is, the fact that my gold values are so variable means that I can still come out of this. Rage Tincture, how's it going, Kraken Style? Kane was really interesting in a hard fight. Glad to hear, always like interesting fights. And again, we have enough health already. So I'm just going to keep moving. I'm going to take the Magic 8 Ball. It's nearly the same damage. This and the 6% damage boost could end up being additive in an important way. And again, we have enough health, so taking apples as just straight healing is not an issue. So the reason I'm going up and left, and like up prioritized, is because up is Enoch and left is generally Gone Heads. But like, it doesn't matter which one I find first, I'm trying to find both. So a routing that gets me towards both at the same time is by nature preferable. We're just gonna do that. Found Murmur even. Found Gone Heads. Alright. Take care of Gone Heads real fast. Oh my gosh. Alright, so apparently if you're close enough to them, you will actually ignore, they can throw it straight into your feet, basically. Hey, didn't realize Rage Tincture triggered off of Shield Dash. I knew it used to, I didn't know they brought it back. Or that never left, whichever the case may be. There we are. Fun time with my in real life friend. Always good to have real life friends. Swoodin, how's it going? Glad to hear you're here. 317% gold. Cool. What's... Alright. And we're going here to try to head right, because right is the direction towards the last heirloom. And once we pick up that heirloom, we can start climbing the Sun Tower. We are at level 25. Alright. Sorry, I gotta focus right now. I know there's several comments that I've been missing. And I'm just gonna have to Hey, happy to hear it. Happy to hear it, Swoodin. Feel free to let me know if there's any specific content you're looking for or anything. I'm just kind of like... I'll be honest, I have been doing less content recently because it's just like, it's hard for me, one, to know what I need to do, and two, to know, like, to have the time to do it. I've been working on interviews and other career-based stuff, so I haven't had time for these speed runs much at all. Alright, whatever. That's the wrong one. So yeah, that's one of the issues. There's 2 special rooms at the far right, and one of them is completely useless, and the other one is the most important room in this entire study. And how do you know which one you're about to run into? That's the neat thing. You don't. I kind of hate the skeleton boss change thing. I think it's more for newer players. It's more straightforward to have it always pushing for, always pushing forward instead of sometimes rotating one way, sometimes rotating the other. Like, to always know you could go under the bone is useful for new players. You yourself is honestly the greatest aspect of your content. Glad to hear it, Swoodin, because I always try to do it by personality. Cults of personality are easier to maintain than world records. Hate to tell you. Anyways, yeah, glad to hear it. Glad to hear it, Swoodin. I will state that I do want to branch out to more than Rogue Legacy 2, but obviously Rogue Legacy 2 is the theme that, like, I can... What is it? Come for the speedruns, stay for the personality is kind of the goal I have right now. Because it's hard to say, hey, I have a personality that you're going to enjoy listening to. Because that's... Like, I'm confident enough in that, but convincing someone of that as your channel pull doesn't make sense logistically. Alright. Nice to see you speedrunning again, Jared. Yep, I speedran the very first day this came out of early access, and then stopped because I'm just like, alright, that's world record until someone submits a run proving it. And well, a Mindful Line did create the run that beat my world record, like, a while later. It took till recently for him to submit it. So now that it's submitted, I have to fight for my title again. So I put his world record time up on the bar, so I know what I'm fighting. Sorry if, I'm, not reading everything as it comes by. I do have several things on my mind at the same time. This run has been a bit of a wild one. We started with a Contrarian, so I had to immediately learn how to use the Ronin and the, I had to immediately learn how to use both the Ronin and the Pirate in a speedrun when neither of those classes show up usually, so... Ooh. Ah, I pressed attack instead of talent. Making so many decisions that are slow right now. I'll read all the comments in just a bit. Alright, the upward bone motion was easier to jump over when there's 2 of them. That is a good point, that having them both going the same direction does make an easier maneuver theme. Trust me, I'm Russian. Cults of personality are a theme here. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I actually think this, spell is better against Enoch than Nama. So I'm gonna go for Enoch first. So what do you think of the full release updates? I've been loving it. I haven't, just so you know, I haven't even gone to all the new Game Plus contents. Like, I know that there's more scars and stuff for me to do, and from hearing what I know about those scars, I am very excited to start them up, but I haven't done it yet, which means I still have new experiences to show the people that watch this channel, basically, which is a pretty awesome thing to say after I've beaten the game and beaten it at a speed that is pretty impressive. Oh my gosh. By the way, I found a new way to block that attack. You go up here, and the platforms block projectiles. So you just stand there, and he can't hit you as long as he's below you. Alright, well this is why we have the book. So I just need to... No more mistakes allowed. Alright. Let's focus, because no more mistakes allowed. No more trying to read comments. Oof. I had played the game with full release on German, and it just felt so weird that I was going back to English. Wow. And that's why Compulsive Gambler is useful, because no matter how far down you go, you have the chance to roll yourself right back into the game. At the same time, yesterday I was watching someone else play, and I saw them roll 1% on Compulsive Gambler, so F's in the chat for that player. I think it was Cause I'm Dan Jones was the name of the channel. He's a pretty cool guy. He does play frame. I just love the personality of... To be clear, I actually love the personality of the other Dan, but the two of them play together, and they bounce off each other so well. And there's so many things that we're liking. As in, like, the love of... The way that he appreciates video games, and, like, the desire to speedrun something because you love it that much. Oof. Oh, 2-Ball Prime. So, as you might know, I was a QA tester Surftheme. When I was QA testing 2-Ball Prime, they had some flaws, so they had to change it. So I actually have not seen the full release of 2-Ball Prime. Alright. Just trying to figure out where I stopped reading so I could try to read it before ending them off. Alright. I generally think the Ronin would be excellent for speedruns if you could actually get them. The damage is high, but the attack speed, it has to be able to balance out with attack speed. And you'd have to be able to, like, get the precise crit pretty easily, which is not something that every boss can do. You can do against every boss, but against the bosses you can do it with, definitely. There are definitely certain fights where the Ronin would probably be one of the best classes. But it has to be a fight where you can consistently ratchet split. Let's see. We talked about terrified to still see the final primes. Hey, perfect. Average gold. The story at the end changes a bit with Kane Prime. Yes, Gasmets. There is a true ending after you get to the final Prime boss. How's it going on, 4? Glad to have you here. Glad to have you here. But yes, once you beat the final Prime boss, there's a slight change at the end that, if you're paying attention to the story, is significant, but otherwise it's like, it's not like one of those so spectacle things that's like, oh, you have to see it. Like, if you aren't paying attention to the story, you're not, it's like, oh, hey, cool. You're not going to realize the significance of the moment, you know? I mean, it shouldn't be too hard to recognize the significance of it, but, like, it's like, that's significant for someone I don't care about? And it's like, you have to be playing the game and, like, pay attention to the story to really care, is what I'm trying to get at. Alright, so I've already used my double jump. I thought I was just going to take the hit, and I did the second time. We might just be entering a room to get this chaser off of me. Because that thing's going to be chasing me till the top of this room if I don't stop it. Just making sure. Oh my gosh! This room goes all the way to the top. We're going to go here just to reset that a little. Do that to make it easy on myself. Hopefully I don't need it again within 10 seconds. Which in a speed run, 10 seconds is actually quite a bit of time. Alright. Good luck at work, Lurkin. Glad to have you here, man. We just got drowned weapon. Now, I do not think we have enough equip weight to ever equip the drowned weapon. But that's cool. Thanks for coming by, Just Paranoid Things. Thanks for coming by. Oop. Made a little mistake. Took 100 damage. That's okay. Here's my opinion on the two new classes, the Pirate and the Astronomer. My only answer is they definitely deserve a place amongst the classes. They're just not my style class, is all I have to say. Which, you know, perfectly fun, perfectly acceptable. You're not gonna love every single class. In addition, like, I'm not gonna ever have to worry about them in a speed run, except apparently today, because I had a Contrarian that had the Pirate's attack. But, like, I know there's a whole thing about how ranged attacks are unique, and so having two additional characters that do range in a unique way is pretty awesome. I will say that, like, the game deserved to have space. The game definitely had space for more ranged classes. So they were good additions. They just weren't the additions that I'm going to be spending too much time on. That's the best way to explain my opinion on the two new classes. I know for a fact I have a friend who absolutely loves that pirates now exist in the game. So we are good on gold, everyone. We are good on gold. We do have time to make up, but when it comes to wealth, we are good. So in case you're wondering, Just Paranoid, we took some risks, and the risks slowed us down, but gave us absurd amounts of gold. Alright, get our boxer. And we're just gonna queue up those two. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that strength increase. Alright. And I'm going to stick to my heavy weapons route. I don't care if it's slower. The heavy weapons route is more consistent, whether or not it's faster. So what I'm doing is I'm doing this scar simply to make sure I can guarantee that my future runs I will be able to decide precisely both the class and the spell I want. So now we just do a quick heavy weapon speedrun. How close am I to the end? I still have three bosses and 2 mini bosses. And of course, this is the hardest part of the run. All the money we're gaining from previously was to prepare us for this next point, because it's that hard. $15.85, that's very nice. Alright. We just need to get sub 20 because that gives us gold, which gives us the 300 souls we need. And the 300 souls we need is... so we can buy the teleports that we need. Oh my gosh, wait, we have... I'm going to try something that someone brought up in the comments of my last video. So I could buy once, but I cannot buy twice. Even with 6,000, that is not enough. That is good to know. Alright, boxers with flame barriers. There we are. And now we shouldn't have to deal with the castle anymore for the rest of this run. So hopefully this is all taken care of. So do I have Paishin? I do not have Paishin. Do I have... Dash Heirloom is right next to it, so we got lucky there. So I can just teleport over here, go down to Paishin. We only have 150 resolve, so I am going to be... like, if I pick up any relics on the way to... grab the keys, I am going to start reducing my max health. But with 350 max health, 250 is the actual number we need. That's fine. Alright, there's one straight down. We're going to grab that first. The one all the way down is a teleport. And if this is just a key, I do not need that teleport. Or if this is just easy to access like it is. Yep, okay. So we have now confirmed we only need to go right, which is a fantastic thing to confirm. All those little dots are all the last rooms I need to enter. With 2 exceptions. One of the exceptions is always at the bottom, and the other exception is that room that we just entered. So we now have confirmed we are good. Also, if you didn't notice, Boxer's special ability is to just dash through enemies as long as they're not attacking, which is part of why I like the Boxer in here, because it makes sure I can just move. I don't have to really... There are some enemies that I still have to worry about, because just them moving forward is considered their attack. But, okay. That's an unfortunate route, though. Alright. Well, I'm gonna grab... So that thing all the way to the right is the entrance to the final boss, and it has a teleport with it, so we're gonna grab that, and we'll head back afterwards. Alright. Be back in a future check-in. Gonna be busy afternoon. Alright. I know we don't have our... Hey, VL Hunt! Thank you so much! I appreciate it. I always forget as Boxer I can walk through enemies. Most people do. Most people do. Alright. So we're actually stopping by here because this is damage increase. Even if it's a slightly slow damage increase. And we need that meat anyways. Which, if we're grabbing the meat, we might as well. Alright, so here's our damage increase. Love the concept of speedruns, I love this game. So that's what got me here. Awesome, glad to have you here, VLO Hunt. I'll try to explain as much as I can as I go. But Lave is obviously, I am thinking really fast, and I need to focus, so... Alright. I actually don't need to go down, I just need to head right. Oh my gosh. Okay, so traps deal the least amount of damage. So I am actually A-okay with taking the trap hits. Alright, I do not get iframes for this, so... Alright. We are going to have slightly reduced resolve, but hopefully we can pick up the keys and just bring them to their doors, and that can be this life's task. Alright. So we have way lowered reduced max HP, But fortunately, that max HP change does not affect our, the change to our max health does not affect our current health, but we die in one hit anyways. So just don't get hit, lol. Alright. Don't like you. Daggers are not are not friends, they're also not food. So just be wary of daggers. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna grab the other key instead of trying to fight that boss right now. And now I can dash quite a bit, but not all the way. Alright. Alright. YOLO, let's try it with one hit kills. Whew. Note that if I get hit once, I'm dead. Just flat out. Alright. So I have to, like, when I hit them, it resets which attack they're going to do, and I'm using that to my leverage to try to stop them, like, so they can target me, and then they just don't get around for the actual attack itself. Like so. Not dead yet. I really need him dead soon. Various. Thank you, Various. I appreciate it. There we go. Actually found your YouTube channel with a video about how to get the last message for too long increase because I didn't find the trick wall. Just don't get hit, lol. 13 hours into your casual, just learning Enoch. Yep. Trust me, it took me very many hours. So, when I first started speedrunning, like, to be clear, not when I first did a casual playthrough. When I first started speedrunning, it took me 4 hours to get to Nama. It took me 3 hours to get to Nama. 4 hours is if you count the time it took fighting there. Because I did not win on the first try. So in case you're wondering, this is stopping them from making their attacks, which means I could just, you know... Oh, missed. But I did the main job. Which means, despite being one hit away from death from the moment I started this mini-boss fight, we did it on the first life. And there's just, with minus 70, there's not enough gold to make any distinct difference. So we just continue on. So to ball. We can either use a duelist or a boxer. Apparently boxer is faster, but it's harder. So I might have to switch over to a duelist later. But right now, we are going with things as is. I might have wanted to go in and purchase... What's it called? I may have wanted to go in and switch over to Duelist Flame Barrier and just say, hey, we'll go for Boxer the first time, and if it fails, we switch out. Does it force you back home after every boss? No, I go back home, reducing my max gold I can gain in order to gain damage boosts. Because if I don't, you know, you need a certain amount of damage to... Oh. Whoop! Also, I can't tell how much... Whoop. Didn't get out in time. So that's one of the risks of being the boxer. I think Poison Bomb is best for the ads. Perhaps for the ads, yes. But as a person trying to do Poison Bomb is not best. We're going to just switch it over now. If I can't do it with this life, we're just going to be using Duelist instead, because the Duelist is what we want for the final boss, the next two bosses. All right. How's it going, Ryan? Glad to have you here. Gonna just keep focusing. Shield at one hit seems terrible to fight. Yes. Without the boxer stun lock, it's pretty rough. Anyways, so the reason I'm choosing a spell that does damage instead of worrying about ads is because the boxer's talent should be dealing with the ads. Oh my gosh. That was a hit that I did not need to take. Ah, come on. So many things went wrong in the last few seconds. And that's why I'm planning to switch from Boxer to the other class, because all the things that went wrong basically aren't going to happen with the Duelist. Because I don't have the abuse as the Duelist, but I have the ability to have just a fair fight with the Duelist. So I switch over to Duelist now. Vegan means absolutely nothing. We do not care about traits as long as they do not stop us from fighting. Like Pacifist. I know one of my runs I got Pacifist in a life. Another one I got Perfectionist. Those hurt. I know that the last bosses can basically be done in 10 minutes. So if I can just do 2-ball in the next few attempts, I think I'd have to do the last bosses as well. So yeah, one of the big things is because this game is so fresh for me, I do not have as much experience with the new 2-ball, because the 2-ball has changed, and the strategy facing him has changed with it. What? Okay, I did so many things wrong in those last 5 seconds, basically, which is why I'm dying in one hit right now. Doing that just to... So now we're just getting rid of the ads. But yeah, as long as we have Flame Barrier, we have the damage output. How doing? The work is doing well. Hey, Fafa! Thank you so much for following. I appreciate it. I'm just trying to finish up. We are at the final last 3 bosses, which I simply lack as much experience as I should have as a speedrunner. It's something that I will gain in time, but until then, I am just grinding my head at them, and this is the best way to do it. This character has all the stats I could possibly want. So I just need to get it right. And if I get it right this time, I'm still in pace for world record. And even if I don't get it right this time, I have pace for PB, of course. Ah. Alright. Took me 4 tries to beat 2-ball at level 1 with Poison Bomb. I'll keep that in mind. Alright, well, we have a Pacifist, so we're going with this. Nope, they have Super Fluid. We're entering the castle and we're immediately killing this guy off. So Super Fluid, it's supposed to be a buff where you can dash in any direction. But the consequence of it is my double dash does not work. I cannot dash backwards. And because of that, I will not be playing with this character. Took me 4 tries to beat 2-ball at level 1 with Poison Bomb. I'll keep that in mind. The Black Chaser attack should not be the issue. The issue is, like, that Black Chaser attack happened while I was focusing on something else. And it was just foolishness, mostly. Yeah, basically right now, it's just that even when 2-ball was the final boss of Dragon's Vow, I did not have as much experience on 2-ball as I should have had as a speedrunner. So that's catching up to me. And now that there's 2 additional bosses after him, that catching up to me is having basically a chain effect, where it's like now making it worse for me when I get to the next phase of it. It's doesn't help that I'm being too aggressive. Like, that was just straight too aggressive, to be clear. Okay, came out from below me. I wasn't ready. How's it going, hater? Superfluid messes up controls a lot. I dislike it too. I'll deal with associative. Vengeful seems like a rough trait for a commander enemy. Vengeful is such a cool trait, but yeah, it's a horrible one to deal with. You basically have to fight the enemy, and then you have to run, and then come back and fight it later. Ugh. Let's see. Are you going to go for different genres or stay with roguelites like Hades or Ravita? I actually already have a run in Celeste. It just sucks. I actually prefer the platforming sections than the roguelike sections, to be clear. Alright. Oh, I was facing the wrong way, but we found a solution anyways. So yeah, I think Axe is the best spawn for me to get. There's just not as much danger that the Axe is going to present to me. Just a little too close. That was just... This is, again, just me learning the fight because, having it tough. Hypercoag is going to win this fight. Like, I don't like the rest of this character, but hypercoagulation is the most broken trait for speedruns. So this one's going to win the fight. I'm in love with how the game came out. Very happy release, yep. Is the pirate good for bosses? Fafa, we cannot get enough gold to even unlock the pirates. The fact that we're at level 44 right now is an absolute anomaly to how this run's supposed to go. We're supposed to end around level 31. Pirate, I believe, requires like level 60. So whether or not the pirate is good for bosses actually is insignificant because we cannot use it. Now, personally, I'm not good with the pirates, so I couldn't even tell you if it is. So yeah, this is unfortunately a character that doesn't deal as much damage as I'd hope, but has a ton of health. So it's not 385, it's actually more. It's just, it's, like, you can't really tell because of the way hypercoagulation works. Because equivalently, every attack is dealing maybe, what, 30 damage? I can't believe my grounded attack succeeded in stopping that. I will be happy to actually use this on the first of the two final bosses if it has enough health to justify it, which it's looking like it might. Ooh. What? Problem is I need to not get stepped on, because that's actually an issue now with Tubal, because of how fast he walks. It increases walking speed. Ooh. Alright. We're just gonna shout. That's fine. That is 10 hits. That is more than enough to kill the first of the bosses. Alright. I think this fight is a lot hooer with black-white screen because of the background. Thought about poor dragon having all of that happening in their stomach. Oh yeah, Ladon is a good boy who went through bad times. Very sad for Ladon. I wonder if more expensive late characters are good for New Game Plus runs. They probably will be. They probably will be. Super Coag is hero complex but way stronger. Yep. Don't even care. Just chunk through the health. The fact that I got this close to killing me is actually impressive. Still got hit by the pizzas, even though I shouted. Sad pandas. Woo! Thanks. I hate it. Alright. It's like I have to stop my attacks to let him jump, or else he's gonna make things much worse for me. Oh. Alright. Well, I think the attack after the current, like I could take one more hit and then it kills. That's okay, that should be enough health. Woo! There we are. I've officially stopped breathing. Alright. So this character, as I said, was overpowered. They had Hyper Coag. And we have one boss fight left. Insanely impressive as always. So I am going to enter the next boss fight, and then I'm going to retire my hero. Because of the way this works, I have to walk up that mountain again if I just retire my hero now. I actually have to go meet the final boss, and then I can do it. Whew. We are hoping to have a true ending speedrun category, just so you know. Insanely impressive as always? Yep. By the way, I need to ask, someone already beat this game at level 1. What does this scene look like when you don't have any castle? Alright. Yo, bro. I heard you like apples. So I poisoned this apple because... Well, we're going to talk about it later, actually. Actually, didn't have anyone on the wall. There were no portraits. Dude, nice. Does he still walk up a staircase? Because there's no staircase. Miss you, long time no see. How's it going, Crasino? Doing well, doing well. I have some, gosh, I have some interviews lined up, so I still have some works-related stuff that I need to worry about. But other than that, I'm doing great. As you can see, we are currently approaching, and like, with how many times we died to 2-ball, the fact that we're this close to, world record should tell you a lot. Anyways, that was a mistake in damage, but luckily he's doing an attack that I appreciate. Alright, that's phase 1. Phase 1 is not the threat. Phase 1 is the intro. So, by the way, in the world record, the guy actually thanks me when that attack happens, because apparently I'm the one who taught them how to do that evasive maneuver, because they didn't know what they were doing or something. I don't know, but I heard thank you, Tadpole, as they dodged that attack, so either way, I'm proud of myself. They do use Knight where I use Duelist, but other than that, we have generally strategies. When I kill this boss, the run's not over for anyone who's saying like, oh, he's under pace. Like, even if I kill this boss on this one, there's still a few more minutes of stuff I have to do. Alright, I'm just gonna play this defensively since I die in one hit. Woo! Alright. Ooh. Isn't talking to the pizza girl faster than going to the castle? It would be if I had a pizza girl. I did not, never, talking to the pizza girl in the first place takes time. And so, I ended up not getting the pizza girl in the first place. Alright. Door should appear here. Fishy General with a spin after his spin attack is like, hey, I can do that. Oof. I am focusing because I am beating on the door of world record, but I don't think I actually have it. Whew. Ooh. To have a cool personality is to actually interact with your fan base. Yep, I am trying. It's just, when you're in this moment, obviously it's really hard to focus on your fan base when you're trying to do what the fan base came here for, which is see world records. It ends when I interact with the final stone. Which, you'll know it's the final stone because it's not inside of this, it's, afterwards. Alright. Got first try, that's good. Brought that a little lower than I needed to, but that's okay, I'd rather be defensive. Alright. By the way, I could give you a suggestion. You mentioned that both you want to... I was Jared Mizzle, I was joking about the cold personality, by the way. Stream move or die. I'll keep that in mind. Alright, so once I see the bomb of this, I let go, I jump, and I double jump, and that should get me there. Alright, looks like I'm not going to be beating the world record, at least according to this time. It is entirely possible we use in-game time. In-game time does not count loading screens. With all of my deaths and retirings, I might actually still be gaining world record, but just by in-game time, not by real time. This I learned from Mindful, thank you. Once you get to that lantern, you can just jump. Alright. So, as this moves. Alright, so once I interact with this big statue, once I interact, the run ends. And time. Oh my gosh. Oh god. Oh god. I accidentally... I can fix that. I accidentally held down the up arrow key. And so it went through my time. I can look at my splits and check what my actual time is. Shouldn't be when you get to the parade. Time stops here, and there are no actual actions you need to make from here. So, I was doing it at the cutscene. Mindful Line says do it here. Another person says it's when you do the last action. Rogue Legacy 1 ends when you beat the final boss, even though you still have to talk through some dialogue. But there's nothing here in the parade that you need to worry about. 0.33 seconds of the world record now. No, I accidentally hit to the key again and caused the timer to keep moving. I can go check what that actually is. So while the parade's going, I'm going to... Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. While the parade's going, I am going to look at splits. 1:15:07 is what it said it landed at. Control. Undo. Nope. One more undo. Reset. Alright. So, according to this timer, the split time it has for me, so unfortunately I can't really show this because it's in the splits editor, but it says I got 1:15:07 as when I hit it. So, personal best is 1:15:07. I can go check the clock, when I record this later. I could guarantee... And I need to make sure that the global... Alright. Having a little problems with my controls, but everyone saw it. Gonna be tough to beat, not 4. In game time, it's affected by what you do in the room? Did not know that. Anyways, I know that the world record stopped at that point. And that doesn't matter, because here's the thing. The world record also has an in-game time, which is what we're basing off now, right? Which is what we're basing off right now, or one of the things we base off of. And it's entirely possible that because of all the deaths not counting, that I could be sub-hour, which would put me world record. Saw it, so good. Thanks, NS man. Alright, so we're going to, just go, once I check how this is doing, at the very least, this is a darn good time. Alright. 1:01:48. What is the world record according to Speedrun.com? Mindful Line 1:01:32. 1:01:48. Oof. By seconds, people. By seconds, we missed it. And in an hour-long run, that's pretty impressive. F's. F's in chat. But don't worry, I have not lost hope. I have just felt pain. That is all. And pain does not cause injury. That was still a cool run. So in case people didn't know, that run started with us getting contrarian. So we had to deal with a pirate weapon and the Ronin talent. So we were doing a lot of stuff. That run went wonky. Nonetheless, we continue. Oof. I saw it was good. Did we get speedrun.com page yet? Hedor, not only do we have speedrun.com page now, but I am actually a moderator for it. The problem is, as this is my first game I've really speedrun, I don't have much experience moderating. we tried adding a picture, and apparently got yelled. Apparently, it yelled at us for being too small, or something like that. I'm still trying to figure it out. The 2 mods right now. I think we just added Vilks as a mod, which means we might have someone who actually knows what they're doing when it comes to moderating channels. Maybe we'll add Vorgoz too if he wants to do it, because he does the RL1 leaderboard and so knows what he's doing. But yes, we have the speedrun.com page. My previous run did not get submitted, and as the moderator, I'm the one who rejected it. There was a weird glitch where I just gained like 100 bonus health for no particular reason, and I leveraged that health to get the time I did. And I need to set a good precedent, and using random glitches that you don't understand is a horrible way to set a precedent as a moderator. So that run is not going to be submitted. That previous run will be submitted instead, unless of course I just beat world record this time. Oof. Do you think unlocking Pizza Girl would be a good idea? It just... The gain for unlocking Pizza Girl is it's a little faster to get to Kane. The loss for unlocking Pizza Girl is that first conversation is actually pretty darn long. And then every time you die, Pizza Girl has to jump into your boat. I'm not sure if her jumping into your boat delays at all, but if it does, it's not worth it. I'm not sure if it does, so I'm not taking the risk. That sort of stuff. That's funny, you got a good run now, though. Yep, I have a good run now. Alright, so if that doesn't take time, then it's kind of negligible as long as you be on the first life, which is the goal. But, yeah, it's that sort of situation. Whew. 3, 2, 1, go. Hey Deadpool, how are the runs going? We just had one run and we missed your world record by like 12 seconds. We missed your world record by like 30 seconds. So, they're going good. We're trying some wacky themes, and they're paying off more than they should. Yeah. Let's see, we have a dwarf, dyspraxia, endomorph. We'll go with dyspraxia. I don't remember if it's endomorph or ectomorph that gives you the gold gain, and I just don't want to risk it. Why kill your hero like that? Dyspraxia, as you can see, it gives me a 25% gold gain boost, and that gold gain boost is going to be because this is the character that's going to be killing the first bosses and exploring the castle. Now all the gold I get gives me 25% more, which means I can actually get to a significantly high level and beat the late game bosses faster. That's why I also have this negative trait that causes gold to fly everywhere. Alright. Well, we found Dash Heirloom immediately. I think we just grab it. Yep. Both Mindful Line and I have recognized that sub 1 hour on the clock itself is very much possible, but both of us have been having troubles, so... Is it okay to consistently annoy you with move or die propaganda? Depends on how incessant it is. You're allowed to talk about the game, definitely, and why I would like it. You're not allowed to, like, this isn't move or die, what's wrong, Surfine? You know? I was just trying to do this to try to end that quicker. So, if you can find that balance, you're allowed to send off your move or die propaganda as you wish. Gonna be lurking, good luck. Thank you so much for the lurk, Paranoid. I do appreciate it. 50 minutes is probably doable. Yep, with good luck, I think 50 minutes is very much doable as well. I think we brought this up in the Speedrun Discord, but yeah, we are both 10 to 20 minutes away from what our times are going to be when we're happy with our times for this game, which should tell you a lot about how much progress there still is. Whew. So that was an unfortunately poor heirloom, but hopefully we can just get a quick castle to make up for it. Hey, Meat. I appreciate you. Aw, this is a dead end anyways. Ooh. Gosh. By the way, Mindful Line, as I was improving your run, I'm just like, how did this run do so well? Look at how bad it's beginning. Like, I guess it goes well at the end, and then I'm like, oh no, I'm just that bad at the final bosses that I couldn't compete with this. Yep. Once we learn those last few bosses, ain't nothing gonna stop us. I believe. And I actually do want that little bit more of health, even though usually we have enough. Oh my gosh. I am a fool. I am just a darn fool. Alright. Alright. Well, now we just beat Lamech with only getting hit once. Seems good. Let's do it. Is it still first week after release or so? I think it's second or third week after release. It's still very early into its life cycle, but yes. I'm just gonna go over here. We are unfortunately at such low health, I just do not want to be taking risks. Gosh, back at beta test, they added a hitbox behind him during that attack, and I did not like it. I specifically asked that it get removed. So, if you dodge that attack by jumping over it, you're welcome. Ooh, that was a bit laggy. I did not like the visual there. Ooh. I think this one casting should be enough. Whew. The run goes fine, then the boss rush happens. I managed to kill myself against Kane in the last 5 seconds. Oh yeah, that was so rough. Like, he had So, Mindful Line in the world record had such a better time waiting for him, and then just died, like, with like 3 hits remaining or something. It was rough. So yeah, I know that if I just beat him by a few seconds, my run would not last as world record. It was just for the moment I could once again say I have world record. Now, good night, guys. I need to go take care of something. That sort of thing. But I still have things I need to. I still have a run I need to do now. Not sure if 45 is possible. Yeah, I'm just going to do my theme, and then we're going to assume... I'm going to let what times are possible be a theme that comes up one day. But not now. Alright. I want to afford you because you mentioned that platformers... It's a great community game / way to lose friends. Alright. Well, I need to focus enough so I don't just fall into random pits like that. So, unfortunately, when you love talking to people, I interact with the chat, but then also interacting with the chat gets you in situations like that. Because you're not paying attention and you run into spikes. Whoa, that spawned instantly. That's pretty uncommon, actually. I mean, give me one day which I don't spend on making SRC, and I will be sub-hour. Yep. Bet. 8 days since public release. Oh. I just wanted to say something inspiring, that there's still a lot of room for improvement. Yep, exactly. I'm just bad with words. Exactly. No. Exactly. I agree, and I appreciate the sentiment. Hey, that gold piece let it... Alright, bye. Gold chest. I'll miss you. Alright, at least one of those. Oh. Oh. I stopped pressing right, I thought. Maybe I... You know what? Dyspraxia was probably... Well, it's fine when I'm playing casually. In a speedrun, perhaps it does a bit more than I expected. Perhaps it's a bit more of a penalty than I thought. Woo! Aw. Just slightly too... for me to kick off of. Oop. What's our equipment? Scholar Cape. Hey, we gonna do intelligence build this time. Sweet. Okay, yeah, that lagging there is pretty rough. Oh. Hey, Apple. So we have enough health now. So we are just grabbing the apples to heal up. How's it going? See you later. See you at the end of the game, bro. Alright. Well, I guess I'll see you at Paishin. Yep, see you at the boss rush. Oop. Alright. You got more money, but also you miss more money. Yep. Sumo's net neutral. The idea is that the money that I'm going to hit is the money in boss chests, which is the significant wealth of our runs. So it should, generally speaking, be an improvement. Thank you. It's just that a lot of these chests are just in open areas, so the money really goes flying. Also, I think they since increased the launch of Dyspraxia. So I think that was something I was unprepared for. Alright. Let's kick another boss's face in. And hey, we're actually here at a reasonable time compared to our pirate run, which we've proven that if you get enough gold, the extra time is not too much of a cost. What am I doing? I'm playing around during a speed run, kicking off lanterns that don't need to be kicked off of. That I know don't need to be kicked off of. Oh, a little too low. I just didn't know if those could reach me, so I didn't want to take a risk. Awesome. Woo. Anyway, back to Rogue Legacy. Do you think the game will ever be ported to Switch? I mean, yes, the game is very big, never had a major problem with size, but definitely performance. I think they're going to try. I don't know if they will succeed, but I think they are going to try. Because getting this on Switch is such a huge opportunity. Like, this game is perfect being portable. And they got it on that for Rogue Legacy 1. I think they're going to try with Rogue Legacy 2. But I don't think it's something they're going to, like... When it comes to trying to port it to other consoles, it's one of those that's like, we want this, but it's something that just because of the processing power. So in case you're wondering, The reason that they split up Axis Mundi is they couldn't get it to perform properly on Xbox. Let me put that in perspective. Axis Mundi got split up because it was too performance intensive for Xbox. We're talking Switch here. I'm gonna grab Ivy Roots over the Whetstone. I think I could just more consistently get that active. So it'd be even more split for the Switch? Possibly, yeah. Yeah, probably. Alright, well, we found them all, but we did not find any lilies. Oh, well, that's fine. Ooh. Oh, wow, Verndox, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Huh, did I not change? Oh, because it's a subscription, not a follow, because it's on YouTube, not Twitch. Got it. I'm like, why is it using that visual? I thought I changed it. I did, for follows, not subscriptions, because I don't have a means to get subscribed to on Twitch, nor do I want one. Not currently, at least. There's like a lot of problems with the affiliate program on Twitch, so I do not want to be locked in. If I take the affiliate program on Twitch, I theoretically could not multi-stream to YouTube, which is YouTube. If I had to choose one or the other, I'm choosing YouTube 100%, no questions asked. It's just, while I could do both, let's do both. Alright. So, we know Lily's not going to be here, but it gives us a safer route. Ooh. Yeah, no, one of the feeds that I've been doing is I'm trying to, like, so I'm hoping that I could get another devs react to sort of situation with IGN, and if that's the case, I want to like make sure that the run that I get to submit to it is as entertaining as possible. So I will state that I have been taking sub strategies that could very well be suboptimal, because I think they look great, and I think it's possible they're not suboptimal. And like, that, it might not be suboptimal. Hey, that's good enough for me. We're doing Godhead roots. That sort of stuff. Alright. So you're basically saying Axis Mundi going to be Axis Sushi if this game is ever ported to Switch. I wonder if Sun Tower will suffer the similar fate. It could just be as big as Axis Mundi sometimes. Yep. It's basically the same thing, but vertical. That's a good note. Well. Wow. I'm getting a lot. I'm not used to this, I'll be honest. Thank you everyone who's been following and subscribing. Like, it's been amazing. I'm sorry I can't really pause to like mention you all by name, but it means a lot. It really does mean a lot. The every follow, every sub over on YouTube, it's a signal that this is that what I'm doing is actually worth the time, that, you know, people really want to see. It's that sort of stuff. It's that this is valuable, which, you know, you start speedrunning because it's fun, and then just to hear, like, whenever you hear something like, your video made my day, or, like, this is something I do to unwind and relax, like, it means a lot. it does mean a lot. So every time I get like those subs and follows, I know they're small, but like everyone adds up. And it's just like, okay, you just realize all the good you've done, sort of theme. Oof, feels good. Your speedrun ruined my life! How dare you! Now I must only speedrun this game. How's it going, Majin Buu? Glad to have you here. Even if you're here because of my cold personality and not because of anything else. You're trapped. Become my warlock. I am your patron. Ooh. Well, Gonhead's being hard to get right now. Which, I mean, listen, it's a proper strategy of attraction. I'm not going to jot them down for being hard to get. It's just... Alright, just don't get hit. Just don't get hit. Sorry, Mimic, we're just not going to talk right now. I'm not in the mood. Actually, you know what? Forget this. Nama, I need you to die for me. I need you to give me a lot of mana. I need you to give me a lot of gold and die quickly. Yeah. Thank you, Nama. Only one double jump. I don't... Yeah, you don't get more than one, unfortunately, so you live with this. This is life. Ooh. This is about to split open. That wasn't exactly what I was trying to do, but I didn't take damage, so who cares what I was trying to do? I say as I take damage. Yes, I recognize that was unreasonably slow, but I'd rather not die. And with his health, I actually think Gonheads is a bad idea. I'm going to go try to find, Actually, no, I die in one hit in a lot of places. So, we're going to go kill Gonheads. Just assume I don't. Looking to see someone play the game at a high level. No one is, but there's one person speedrunning. I don't consider that at a high level. Alright. Alright, well, I die in one hit, everyone. So, let's just not get hit. Come on. Turn around. Okay. Okay. Don't worry, I respect you, Godheads. I respect you. Sorry, I need to remember, if they want to know they're respected, I need to remember their actual names and not call them by the theme that Enoch calls them. Oh my gosh. That was terrifying. You know who also died at the Twins? Rob Stark. I feel like that's a reference to something that I should know, but don't. Smooth moves as always. Scary, though. Just don't get hit, PogChamp. So as long as I don't get hit, ever, for the rest of my life. Alright. Well, path's that way. Well, GG's. GG's. F's. F's in chat. I know this run's still golden, but still, that deserves an F of its own. But look at this health. Turns out all the apples I ate, an apple a day kept death at bay. This is fine. Yep. I should have waited till I got this heirloom to grab it, but I'm here now. All that potential wasted. Wasted. All right. By the way, our gold is absolutely phenomenal. And we're going to be building an intelligence build because we got the Scholar Cape. Oh my gosh, I really found the gap where I hit neither of them. Ooh. Just remember, true speedrunners wait the full 10 minutes before raising the castle. Alright. Ooh. Alright. So now we go kill Enoch. Alright. So this isn't perfect, but my god does this look good. Oh. Whoops. Oh no, they've learned that I am human. Whatever shall I do? My reputation is destroyed. It will never return. I don't need to stop for this chest. I have equipment. I have money. No reason to detour for chests anymore. We're just doing that to make it easy on myself. Of course, that's not detouring, that's just picking up what's sitting in front of my face. Oh, I have my shield block. I should have just used it. Come on. Oh well. Well, this had all the potential. It's just a matter of the fact that I am human. That things aren't perfect. Alright, Alright. Tristan Walding, thank you very much for the good luck. I appreciate all the good vibes coming my way. Because as slow as that was, 0 damage is on my face. And my face is 300 plus health. So, I consider that a positive. The only true mistake, being human. Yep. The flesh is weak. because I was trying to damage boost through at it. Didn't. I thought I could have split him. I was one attack off from splitting. Oof. I'm cutting that way too close. I'm just like, he's supposed to be dead, so we're just going to attack as if he's dead. Oh, missed. The devs of this game are so creative. Yeah, dude. The devs did a lot of work. Like, the thing is, they have the whole design process basically visible because of the because they did this in early access and they constantly talk to the people with feedback and stuff for all of it. All right, we're grabbing the health now because I'd rather get one shot climbing up the castle than like try to save it to get the one shot on Irad. Because yeah, this is one shot everything is, because of the serrated handles, everything's dealing 200 damage up there. So might as well just get to max health now. Unfortunate Ite's sword isn't around to be part of the glory, but still doing some work. Still at absurd amounts of gold. Get to buy whatever I want on my way to the boxer. Alright. Alright. Oh. That's okay, there's gonna be some meat. It's only going to be one piece of meat, but honestly, the difference between 300 and 280 health is insignificant at this point of the run. Yep. I'm pretty sure, yeah, this difference in health is insignificant for how this run's going to be from here on out, because everything kills me in 2 hits anyways, and this is not in the range where I die in 2 hits. Maybe there's a ram trap that deals low amounts of damage, and now that does the effect, but yeah. Whew. By the way, okay, no, I'm gonna wait for this speedrun to be done before I start trying to start some idle chat. Alright, so I halved the damage, and I'm a little over half health. Just to put things into perspective for everyone. Well, one room, PogChamp. I did not see those arrows until they were already next to me. Just in case anyone's wondering how skilled I am. Thank you. We're gonna go here to disable all the enemies. Oh my god, we're not dead. We are dead. I missed my dash. That's okay. Oof. Don't worry. Like, this run is still going fantastically. We just now have to scale up properly. Which, oh no, we have to scale up properly. Whatever shall we do? Ooh, actually, I have to increase our intelligence the way we are doing is going to be a little rough. Everything purchased. Oh no! Oh my god. I actually did it wrong. Nobody judge. Don't worry, this is all calculated. This is definitely not something I'm figuring out on the fly as we're moving. Also, I should have gone up to just do heavy weapons. And, I should have already just gone up to do heavy weapons, and I have enough souls with that to lock down Boxer plus Flame Barrier. Assuming we kill the boss on this life, that is the superior class. Alright, so we need to go right. Shield dash here. Ooh, almost did it again. Same place even. Alright. Did you want to switch Boxer and mispress the button? No, I do not want Boxer until I get into the Paishan Dry Lake. Boxer on this boss is not very useful. What I meant to do was buy the Fiend so I could guarantee Boxer after I kill this boss. And that's what I messed up. I was supposed to go up into the area where you can spend your souls and, well, spend them. Ah. Also, I'm not supposed to do things like that. Oh my gosh. So that cut my jump off early, but still held my dash. So that's how I got that hit on me. And yes, I am 100% blaming the game and not my actions on that. Ouch. Ouch. That is all I'm going to say. Ouch. And we're going to do this theme now. Because I said I could. And I'm going to. And we are going to unlock the boxer. Because I am certain I will be doing it right this time. Yep, now I can prepare the boxer. Yep, this is all calculated. All calculated. I just RNG manipulation. There we are. This takes about 1 to 2 minutes, mindful, and guarantees are, because I'm dealing damage from Flame Barrier specifically on those final bosses, I would like to guarantee I can get Flame Barrier, is basically my argument. I was wrong. Well, you live and you learn, everyone. You live and you learn. Apparently, I did need every last soul. And I want this to be a good example. It's not enough souls without Irad, VL Hunt. It is not enough souls without Irad. The more you know. Well. So I dashed through it, and then after I dashed through it, I echo kicked, and it didn't work. Alright. I can state with certainty that I dashed through that purple aura before I let off my kick. But I don't think you lose that much on the final 3 bosses. 2-ball maybe, but some of the others do a lot. Trader just won't get hit by hits, and Kane takes even less than 2-ball, as he won't be a boxer. You echo kicked into the top one, so the middle one was gone, but the top one was not. Okay. Alright. Well. This is not where I expected the run to start having troubles. Did the exact same thing. Did the exact same thing. This is not where I'm supposed to be losing this run. Ew. I mean, you're a knight, but I hate aerodynamic. Well. We were given everything. This always happens. You're given everything, and thus, you must fail it. Disattuned level 1 would be interesting. So Disattuned is mostly useful. Like, Irad, it's useful for the blue ball attack because you can actually just stand still and still get around the blue balls. But yeah. Mage is the fastest class if you get it right. Yep. I just... Fs. I did not get it right. Just doing that, make it easy myself. The poison circle destroyed the enemy as I was about to get off of it. There we are. And we went from minus 30 or so to minus 90. So we made some mistakes. Just gotta say, we made some mistakes. Speedrun this game looks intense. I was happy with my leisurely new game plus 19 full clear. Yep. Alright. I probably shouldn't have waited for that cutscene. If you throw poison under you, won't it hit too? I am not used to doing that fight with poison. Good idea, Mindful. Good idea. Do I have access to it? No access point hurts. I have auto drop, but that also assumes that I'm good at using auto drop, which is an assumption. Well, that. Note to self: don't pick up chests in the first area. I say as I pick up a chest in the first area. Oh my gosh! Come on, get down, get down. There we are. Alright. Go. Alright. Neither helps. I'm gonna grab this meat, and since I'm grabbing the meat, I might as well grab the damage boost. That is generally my argument. I was panicking because I just realized I still needed mana, and I didn't know if I had enough. I had 10 more than I needed. Alright. Whew. Don't worry, your job's to explore and to unlock portals. You don't have to win any fights, buddy. I don't like how this doesn't give you any iframes. I mean, I get it, it's just... everything else that freezes you gives you iframes. And also, it seems like that meat was invaluable. I'd like to note that. Ew. Alright. Oh, here's the other. Alright, I have the teleport. Now I just need the keys, which are both closer to the entrance. Alright. Even spending KO Punch, it still wouldn't get it off in time. Oof, yep, just realized how much time has been spent. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to climb up that tower with aerodynamics. Alright. Well. I was supposed to buy a cape. Well, now I don't have... For all that Scholar Cape talk that I had, I then proceeded to not buy it at all. Aerodynamics is the worst. It's not the worst, but it's significantly... It's actively a negative. Like, worst would probably be pacifism. Well, actually, then again, like... I also don't like clownthropy, and that also reduces your health. I'm not sure if it's the worst, but it's definitely a strict negative. I will give you that. Aw. Alright. Worst for fishing speedruns? Yeah. Specifically, this spot right here. So in case you're wondering, I am going to the dragon to be my teleport, and I think I forgot to kick, so I don't actually know where the dragon is. Found it. Alright. Did you know there was a consensus on the tome being mandatory, or did that just stop? So, I don't think it's really a consensus, it's just the matter of fact that it's not necessary to complete the game, and any percent by nature is the fastest completion. With no aspects for additional items, basically. So, my understanding is it's less about consensus and more about the definition of the run's name. That tome is unnecessary. So yes, we can cut out one relic as well. Well, that's okay. Alright. Now let's go kill some mini-bosses. And then let's kill some bosses. And once all the bosses are gone, let's end this. Unfortunately, I think world record is out of reach. PB's... And, like, if world record's out of reach, PB's probably out of reach with it. But we persevere. We do what we can. well, it's not that bad. More damage than I want, for sure. Don't want to be too close to this because of the way that Prejudice works. Alright. Whew. Unfortunately, sub-hour is out of the question now. We are staying here because we are at this position closest to the Onyx key. Closer to the Onyx key than any of our teleports. So, just worth. Oh, come on. Nah. We're just going to retire the hero. The chances of us gaining a negative trait is pretty low, and this gives us an additional hit. Alright. No negative. Diva. Well, we're going to... Diva or panic attacks. How's the run going? So our previous run was a few seconds off of world record. As you can see, our personal best versus world record right now. And this run had all the makings of a good run, and then I butchered on a boss that is not difficult. I butchered my run on a boss that's not supposed to be difficult. And now, I'm entering this boss fight with a trait that reduces visibility. So, that's how this run's going. Honestly, if I somehow pull this off, like, I have enough time still, technically. Oh. Oh my gosh. There we are. That's the first split. Whoop. Oop. That was closer than it should. That was closer than I expected it to be by a long shot. So that makes me happy. Clowntherapy hurts. I'm going to go with Disattuned because I don't like Clowntherapy that much. If I'm going to die in one hit, I will take creating vulnerability and just the safer hitbox. But yeah, either way, I'm dying in 2 hits instead of 3, so that hurts. I think next run, if I get 1 life that's just good, I'm going to, That would have dealt damage and killed. Needed one more punch to get my talent active, so I could have actually done that. Oh well. Alright, we're at the hour mark. Oh well. We did our best. Let's switch over to the other side. Hey, guess what I just realized? You know that moment where I was 100 souls short? I could have just used the bargain to purchase 150 souls, because I'm not using this ore or red aether anyways. So I could have actually made it with the correct amount of souls, despite everything. I was dashing. Did I get hit by a projectile I didn't see? Yeah, probably one of those daggers through a projectile I didn't see. Knife. Yep. Keep in mind, stacks influence the damage of the explosion, so you can't ball. Yeah, I know, I know. Knife decided to attack immediately after the punch, so instant hitbox. Yep. Knives are the worst. Someone outfasted you by 30 seconds? Correct. And that person is in chat, by the way. His name's Mindful Line. He'd be nice. He's a good person. Despite him being a jerk at taking my record. Yeah, you definitely want axes whenever possible. Mindful Line, it was yours the moment you did your run in 1.0. So first off, I had it back in Far Shores when you started running. And then when 1.0 went off, I was the first to do a speedrun. So technically it was mine first. Okay. Well, nonetheless, even if this doesn't get PB, this gets me the opportunity to see all of the problems I need to address, all of the difficulties with these boss fights. Alright. Ooh. One of them was weirdly enough Irad. Yep. Don't know why Irad was not being friendly today. Oh, didn't have it recovered in time. Oh well. The raves that I did. Alright, that was my fault entirely. No one to blame but myself. And that was just ridiculousness. Oof. Fs. This run taught me where the 2-ball damage insight was. Never found it. Huh. Alright. Well, this is actually more likely where our gold amounts are going to be. Like, as you can see, I'm at level 34, not level 40 like that previous run. Huh. Found the scar in there. I didn't think there'd be 2 breakable walls. That was nice placement of enemies. And to be clear, if I was playing the Boxer, that wouldn't have been sarcasm of a statement. Because that's exactly what you want for Boxer, but... And I accidentally rolled the wrong direction, but... I'm just being very aggressive with 2-ball, mostly because I want to make sure I know how to beat this boss aggressively, but like just flat out, this is too aggressive, and it's why dying so quickly and easily. Yeah, real time was 1:14:37. I'll check that out then, but... Alright. Oof. What are you so happy about, buddy? You're about to be sent off to death. I mean, I'd rather you smile than cry, but it's a little concerning the way you smirk at the camera. Thanks. Who would have thought? I'm facing 2-ball, and it's the ads that dealt damage, not 2-ball himself. Where have you heard that before? Alright. They want to make the fight about 2-ball, but instead it's even more about spawns. Yep. So I always complete my runs, but I will state that this one is not in personal best territory. And if it's not personal best territory, it's not in world record territory. That being said, I'm completing it anyways, because I can use the experience on 2-ball, I can use the experience on Jonah, I can use the experience on Kane. So, we are completing this run, but at this point, I am now ready to do some chill talk, because this run is not about winning, it's about having fun. How's it going, Kiss of the Cat? So we got a new personal best that was off Mindful Line's world record by like 30 seconds. I dashed far enough away. I did not. Oh my gosh. Killed him with a spin kick. Oof. So can I convince you to fight with a boxer? Yes, I just want to do it with the duelist. Alright? I do know I need to get good with the boxer again. I know that. Oof. Estimated time for Lamech, no, heck percent, no. Another run showed up there, but I also know that... Sorry. I also know that Vilks managed a 242 back in 0.6, so now I have motivation to improve my time sooner than I would have. Alright. Nice. Glad to hear it, Kissa. Glad to hear you're already ready to improve your runs. I am just focusing on not getting angry. Kissa, this run has Serena Hound's Bargain and an Ice Sword. And now, like, it can't even get personal best, let alone... Unfortunately, I can't jump much while fighting this guy, so this one I'm willing to admit that the knight is just better than the duelist here. Oh, took more damage than I should have. Alright. Oof. Combative. Alright. I'm shamelessly leveling towards new game plus max. Yep. I believe they said that, it's somewhere around plus 99 or plus 100. They just, like, they have to do it manually, so they just like, alright, no one's gonna get to this level, right? Right? Hey, Connor Congers! So our first run of the day was off of world record by 30 seconds. The second run had all the potential, and then I butchered it on a fight that's not supposed to be difficult, even. So... we have that. Ugh. Max was 30 back in the Dragon's Vow. They've since added a lot more. A single fight in which the enemy isn't massive. Yep. And that one fight messes us up. Hey, Pampax! Thank you so much for following. I do appreciate it a lot. I really do. Oof. But yeah, one fight where the enemy isn't big. This boss apparently has the lowest amount of health of all the bosses, but takes the longest to fight because its hitbox is so small. Doesn't help that this character is about jump combos, so I can't even jump into him. Whew. Yeah, sorry, I'm focusing right now still. I know that this fight isn't going to be PD anymore, but it doesn't stop me from focusing. Oh, right, I have Clownthropy. I die in 2 hits. No, 3. Alright. Even more reason focus. Ooh, almost jumped into the last arrow. There we are. Whew. Clown for wall jumping off all the walls in this boss arena. Precisely. Alright. Why'd you choose Duelist over Knight here? Really it's because I'm already saying Duelist and I haven't, like, I haven't bothered to get Knight yet. Like, I haven't bothered to lock Knight. I didn't want to, like, do the additional lockdowns. Like, if you could lock and immediately switch to your next one, I would lock Knight. But the thing is, that fight usually only takes 1 try. Like, that's not a hard fight. And so it's just like, I've already chosen Duelist. I don't want to go back, sort of thing. Like, that's really it. And, like, I recognize that's not a very good argument, and so I might switch over to Knight for it in the future, but yeah. Makes sense for him to have less HP too. Joan might be a legendary fighter, but he's not a demigod like the estuaries. Yep. So, like, Duelist plus Flame Barrier is, I do prefer this class over Knight for this boss specifically. So basically I want for that. And then the boss that faces Jonah is going to be the boss that faces Cain, assuming everything works right. Because Jonah can be beaten without getting hit. Like, if you get hit, it's all your fault, basically. Which is why I'm annoyed that took so long. But yeah, just the ability to dodge, basically, like, you get a roll every 2 seconds, and this boss doesn't attack more than once within 2 seconds. So, like, I want specifically goals for this boss. The hope is that the Jonah, like, the difference in time isn't significant enough, and my hope is that I do it on the first life, so then why bother trying to lock down Knight when I'm going to lock this down immediately after. The hope is that it saves time. The end result is if I do something wrong, it doesn't save time, it loses me a little. Ooh. No more mistakes allowed. Thank you for not using the scary attacks. Based on the time, if Tad beat Irad first try, it would have been a world record. Thank you for letting me feel even more pain, Majin Buu. Thank you. I know you actually meant genuine. I'm not being a jerk or anything. Like, I actually do appreciate that knowledge. But that's just one of those big Fs. Because Irad is not a fight that should have caused as much issue as he did. He had no right to cause that much damage to the run. Not this late in my experience as a runner. I hate that attack. Oh, FND, right. It's alright, this one had a negative trait. It's alright, this one had a negative trait. Victory stretch will become riskier as time gets close to a potential limit. It's usually a speedrun thing, yep. I know. Don't worry. I know. I did it anyways. Gonna struggle on Irad? My takeaway is it's not worth dashing through purple to spin kick off of. Take the extra few seconds to be safer. But yeah, as Velhunt says, like, eventually you will optimize ignoring risk, taking the risky strat for the W. So unfortunately, if I do this, it triples my gold, but 3 times 0 is still 0. I know that from being a math major. I know that might be surprising, but 3 times 0 is in fact only 0. Yeah, it also assumes that other fights win in one go. We do know if all fights go in one go, sub 1 hour, ooh, chronic fatigue is actually more painful. I stand by chronic fatigue is painful enough that I'd rather take the worst spell. Irad's death costs like 5 minutes. Well, at this point, 5 minutes is not enough. Yep. Ooh. Strong getting chip. Even though it works as a final test of skill, I think having the final boss attacks bees. So it's not even a final test of skill, it's the idea that they all are estuaries of him, so they're, like, they literally become part of him, if you read the story. Like, it's literally the other bosses are now part of him. Like, it's not just that he uses the same attacks, it's like they're literally inside of him. So it makes sense that he uses all... It's cool, because, like, he uses the boss attacks, and the other guy uses the player attacks. Ooh, hate. this attack. Ooh. What? What did I use? I didn't use my roll, like... Alright, fine. I just want to play it safe. Hate this attack. The armor underwear is easily the best part of this boss. Hero Complex would be the best pull. Hypercoagulation is slightly better than Hero Complex. Yeah, Kane and Tubal are both now much more, they more aggressively walk, and that is definitely harder for the Barbarian. Vampirism is the way to go. Try to think. I mean, if you could survive one hit, yes. Oh my gosh. Alright. Hey, we're keeping it sub 130. I call that a success. Oof. Damage or relic on starting character would be good. Yep. Also, Ice Sword can spawn on starting character, which is insane. Letting the timer run out is an achievement. Yes, I've done it before. It just starts counting down further because it turns out it's like... It's just an estimate. I soared before the buff. It was already an auto take for me. Yep. Same with any speedrunner. But apparently some people, it just wasn't good enough still. Which... That's kind of the same thing that's happening with magic. A lot of people are like, magic isn't good enough, and so they kept buffing magic attacks until they just, you know. What happens if the timer runs out? It literally just gives you an achievement called It's Just an Estimate, and just starts counting backwards. Just starts counting to negative numbers. Nothing happens if the timer runs out. It's kind of funny. Alright. Love those sort of developer jokes. Yep. Alright. Well, we kept it sub 130. I'll be happy with it. And we'll count how many deaths cost us this. And time. I had no idea you did not have to hold down L for that. Someone in my chat said if the time ran out, you'd die in real life, so it was scary. Listen, if you're trying not to let the timer run out, and the timer runs out in real life, that probably happened because you had a heart attack. Let's be honest. So, well, I do want to do another run because I know how close I am to gain world record. Unfortunately, I do not have the time today. I have an interview tomorrow that I still need to do one more theme with, and then I have something I'm doing later today. And that later today theme could be as early as in 1 hour. And an hour from now, I might not be done with my speedrun. So, unfortunately, this is going to be the last run for today. But I'll see if I can put in more because I'm this close. I am this close. Two deaths to Jonah, 3 deaths to Kane. Alright. I sat there because of the jukebox unlock and left because I'm also disappointed when nothing happened. Do I have a main for pushing New Game Plus? I do. I'll show you in just a bit. Your last duelist fight took about 20 seconds less than my Knight plus Thundercloud. Good to know. Well, I could make it in time if I set a world record. That's true, Vil Hunt. Graffer, world record is waiting for you, basically. Has anyone done a no-death run in the final release? I know someone's done a level 1 run, but I don't think they did deathless. Alright, 112.27. Thank you, Sir the Third. Thank you, Sir the Third. But yes, I do have, for Majin Buu, I have a main file for pushing New Game Pluses, and it's at New Game Plus 24 right now, because I focus most of my time on speedruns. Only has 113 hours on it, but yeah, it's a good file. It's a good file. Whew. Low level for 24. Yep, because of course. Because of course, that's how I play things. Alright, let's find someone to raid. Let's see if any of my guys are around. Jim the Eternal's doing Rogue Legacy 2. That's something. That's something. So we can raid him. Alright. Everyone, see you guys over there. Thank you so much for watching. If you stay for the raid, thank you so much. Make sure to show love to everyone. Make sure I do want to make sure people see love when I raid them. So, we want to play Hollow Knight again, so you have a few days to beat my PB before I do. All right, GG's. Thank you, everyone, so much. See you later. Whew. Deep breaths. All right, listing.